It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not.
He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
It's voices, whispering from so far away I can barely hear them.
If only one who understood such voices had used the well's power instead.
Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Earlier you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon isn't an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed.
That's no simple task. Corypheus alone is powerful, but with his dragon...
There is a way, but I'll need Morrigan's help.
The voices from the well tell you that, do they? Very well, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready to begin this plan of yours.
Are you certain of this?
I don't think certain is the right word.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
Now that sounds more dangerous than anything I've done so far.
And there is the wits that reassures us. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
I hope you're not going anywhere after I stop Corypheus.
Far from it. Oh, if you'll have me, there's so much more the Inquisition... Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
Inquisitor?
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. We went to an ancient rune where you consumed a pool of elfiness, and then walked through and wound up back here. I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Tell me more about Bianca.
I'm not making any promises here. Ask.
All right, tell me the truth. Bianca made your crossbow, didn't she?
It's not that. The Carta thinks my Bianca was a freak success by a Carta inventor who... if they thought anyone else was involved, someone who could make one work... So, I really can't tell the story. I don't want any more blood on my hands.
What makes the merchants...
Oh, to be fair, technically we're not supposed to be within 3... If it got back to the guild that we were seen together, they'd freeze my assets and then have me killed. Maybe not in that order.
What in the world?
We almost started a clan war. Does it matter? I can't change it now.
How do you know Bianca?
I met her years ago when she still lived in Kirkwall, and I was... Bianca is beyond it. I haven't seen her since she got married and moved to Orlais.
Bianca is married.
Bianca's family are Kalnas. Surface dwarves, so conservative they don't take a piss without asking the answer. They picked out a Smith caste boy for her. Wealthy, respected. I heard the wedding was lovely. The one Bianca actually showed up for, anyway.
So how long...
Well, if you want to split hairs, we're not. We write letters. Now and then we manage to meet up. Shit, it's been what, 15 years?
I guess that...
Sure.
Why did you do it? I warned you not to.
Solus.
You gave yourself into the service of an ancient elven god!
What does that mean exactly?
You are Mythal's creature. Everything you do, whether you know it, you have given up a part of yourself.
I have not become myth...
Not yet. But if you remove the layer of nostalgia from story, they were arrogant and fickle. They warred amongst themselves, and you are bound. I suppose it is better you have the power than Corypheus. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
The war proved that we can't go back to the way things were.
You would risk everything you have in the hope that the future is better. What if it isn't? What if you wake up to find the future you shaped is worse than what was?
I'll take a breath, see where things...
Just like that.
If we don't keep trying, we'll never get it right.
You're right. Thank you.
For what?
You have not been what I expected, Inquisitor. You have impressed me. You have offered hope. That if one keeps trying, that someday things will be better. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us the orb he carries, and its stolen power. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
You planning to leave before we take down the bad guy?
No, but there may not be a later. How can I help?
I need to know...
You have waylaid all his other plans. Now as a be ready for anything. East, goodbye.
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
How does this relate to the Elven Temple?
That elf, Abelas. He said the Imperium wasn't what destroyed the elves. My people would never accept that. It would reduce, but we should accept it. Take our history down a peg. Confront the leg. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds, so can I.
Someone with your impeccable taste could transform Tevinter.
I hope you're right. It might surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me. You're shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's... Something you need?
I should go.
As you wish.
Here is the request Harriet made.
I will see he gets it.
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you. You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's in. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine.
What do you suggest?
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence them. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
What would your ideal...
The most important thing, of course, the institutions that have protected Thedas for ages must be... We cannot allow anarchists to threaten. After we have restored sanity to the world, there will be time to address...
Where can we find candidates outside of the Chantry?
The Chantry is already desperate. You may have better luck searching the halls of the Imperium. There are many women serving the Empire who have the necessary presence and acumen.
Leliana might be a better...
Leliana is a well-meaning fool. She proposes to abolish the circles with nothing but a solemn promise. When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, villages aren't Mages will die and take ordinary men with them in a war that... Consider carefully, Inquisitor. It's been quite the momentous day. How do you feel? It's not every day one absorbs ancient elven magic.
I've never felt better. I feel ready...
Glad to hear it, my dear. No doubt there will be side effects later. The pieces are nearly in place. You've done well. I will be proud to...
I always have time for you, my dear.
What? Sarah is certainly a colorful character.
I was pondering who might be divine. And is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
If you were divine...
Change things. No more circles. The mages will... In fact, it will accept everyone. Elves, dwarves... The Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
I think you would make...
I am glad to hear it. The Chantry was it was a refuge. This is the Chantry I know. The Chantry I wish the world to see.
The Chantry you describe is vastly...
But it could be this way. The Chantry dictate. It should encourage... No one should... Whoever you... In your heart.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond. For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you?
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.